Hi everyone, welcome to your practice. I'm going to show you today a few of my favorite yoga poses for core strength. Not only is core strength essential in yoga, it's also essential off the mat as well. It helps us to sit and stand properly, as well as give us a sense of empowerment and strength in our lives. So for this practice, you'll need a block, and I'll see you on your mat. Okay, so come down onto your back, and with your knees bent, feet on the floor, take your block and place it long ways between the upper legs. And you're going to squeeze the block between the legs. Now, if you have a cork block, you'll find that the cork blocks are heavier than the foam blocks, so you can choose accordingly. From here, I'm going to lift my feet off the ground, and I'm going to squeeze that block between my legs. This might be where you stay. Simply this action of lifting the legs and squeezing the block might be enough. Don't worry about aggressively pushing your low back into the floor. You want a little bit of a downward pressure of the navel toward the spine, but don't feel like you have to smash your lumbar spine into the ground. So this is option one. The next option would be to lift the head and the shoulder blades off the ground and reach forward with the arms. And I'm still squeezing that block between my upper legs. So I might stay here for a round of 3 breaths, 5 breaths, 10 breaths, whatever feels appropriate to you. Another place you can take this, option 3, is to inhale, begin to extend the knees a little straighter, and then exhale, bend them again. Inhale, squeeze the block, extend the legs, exhale, bend. And if that's too much, you can bring your head to the floor, hands to the floor, and just work the legs. Inhale, extend the knees, squeezing the block, exhale, bend. Doing a round of 500 of those. Just kidding. We'll do 5. One more. Inhale, extend, belly drawn in, block is being squeezed, and exhale. Bend the knees. Release the block. Roll on up into a downward facing dog, and just release that. A couple of breaths here in your downward facing. Okay, here's another one of my favorite yoga poses for core strength. From downward facing dog, I'm going to slide forward into plank. So my wrists are right underneath my shoulders and my legs are active. Now I can do a very nice plank with my knees down, my tail slightly tucked. And when I tuck the tail just a little, I can feel my low belly draw in a bit toward my spine. So your plank pose might look like this, or your plank pose might look like this. So here are a couple of ways to refine it. Think about lifting the inner thighs toward the ceiling, squeezing those inner legs towards one another like you did with the block in the first exercise that we did. Another thing to try is to squeeze the wrists a little bit towards your toe tips and your toe tips towards your wrists. Now they're not actually moving, it's more of an energetic pull towards one another, and you'll certainly feel your front body engage and wake up. Take a breath here and back into downward facing dog for a rest. If you find that this is not enough of a rest, you might come into your pose of the child. So here's a couple of other options once you're in your plank pose. So from your plank, you might bring your right elbow down where your right hand was, and your left elbow down where your left hand was, coming into a forearm plank. Now make sure that your hips aren't high. Your hips are in line with the back of the head and the heels. And you can also bring your knees down here to modify. So from your forearm plank, you might stand back up into your regular plank, and you might come down again. So you might do several rounds of these. Inhale up into plank. Knees might be down or up. Exhale down into forearm plank. And take a breath. Up into plank. Take a breath. And down into forearm plank. And take a breath. One more time. Up into plank. And take a breath. And back into downward facing dog. A couple breaths here. From your down dog, bend your knees, look forward, hop or step your feet to the front of the mat, and have a seat on the ground. So let's take a boat posture for the third yoga pose for core strength. Tuck your hands underneath your knees and just lean back a little bit. You might leave your toe tips on the ground to begin with. Draw the shoulder blades down. The back is long, and the thing to beware of here is that you don't start collapsing and rounding in your low back. Try to keep your low back lifted so your lumbar curve is going the way it should, as opposed to this way, it's this way. Take a breath here. This might be enough. If it isn't, lift your feet. That's one option. You might release the hands. That's another option. If you find that to be too much, you might find a hands behind you variation works well. And then from here, whatever your arms are doing, you might straighten the legs. For 1, 2, 3, squeeze those feet together. 4, now listen, 5, cross your right ankle on top, bend the knees, tuck the knees up into your armpits, take the palms forward, and just hold the posture, not the breath, the posture. Take a deep breath in. If you find that to be too much, you can rest your feet on the floor. Take a breath back into your boat pose, Navasana, and take whatever variation is right for you today, depending on how strong you're feeling or how much energy you have. After 3 breaths in your Navasana boat pose, cross your left ankle on top, bend the knees, squeeze the knees up into your armpits, shine the palms forward, and get those thighs nice and close to your ribs. And again, if you need to rest the feet down, you can. Otherwise, you're balancing. Take a nice deep breath in, and we'll do it one more time. So Navasana for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right ankle on top, knees come into the armpits, squeeze. It's almost like you're trying to squeeze an imaginary ball between the arms and the legs. And then Navasana, squeeze the inner feet together, keep your low back lifted for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left ankle on top, bend the knees, tuck the knees up into the armpits, take one more breath here, and then bring the feet down, hands down, step it back into downward facing dog. And then finally, take a deep breath in, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, and come onto your backs. This is my final favorite yoga posture for core strength. I'll take my arms up, palms up, big toes touch. I'm going to widen my knees, so this should feel familiar as we just did this, balancing on the bum. As you exhale, lift your head, lift your shoulder blades, and see if you can tuck those knees toward the armpits. Holding here for 1, 2, big toes are touching, palms are shining up. 3, see if you can drag those knees up into the armpits a little higher. 4 and 5. Release. Bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees open, and breathe into your belly. And we'll do that one again. So bring the knees together, bring the thighs into the chest, take the arms vertically, palms are up, big toes touch, widen the knees, breathe in, and lift the head, lift the shoulder blades, and bring the knees as close as you can to the triceps. They might just touch, or they might just get close. That's fine. If you're able to touch, see if you can press them into the triceps. And even more, maybe you can drag the knees up into the armpits themselves. Breathing here, gazing up between your thumbs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down and release. And when you're ready, bring your knees back together. Okay, I'll show you one more. It's a building upon the previous one that we just did, so it kind of counts to be in that same one. So just like we did before, bring the knees into the chest, big toes touch, take the arms up, take a breath, but this time, instead of widening the knees, keep the knees together, take both knees to the right, both arms to the left, and lift up. I'm going to touch my right tricep to the outside of my left knee. And we're breathing. Squeeze the knees together, lift the torso, press the palms, take a breath. As you inhale, move through center and go the other way. Outer right knee presses into the outer left arm. And the arm presses back. I lift the head, I lift the shoulder blades. Take a breath. Come back through center one more time. Breathing in and breathing out. Try to get those knees up into the outer tricep. Lift the head, lift the shoulder blades. As you inhale, move through center. Last time, breathing here. This is a revolved, reclining crow. One more breath. Come back to center. If you've got a little bit more juice, up to the center, take a breath in, squeeze the knees up into the triceps, and then let it go. Breathe into the belly. Relax. And to finish this, you might take a twist, you might take a gentle back bend to counter and release some of that tension that you were just creating in the core. When you are done, bend the knees, come on over to one side and sit yourself up. Thank you for joining me. I hope those postures give you a greater sense of strength and empowerment, not just on the mat, but in your life as well. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Namaste.